Hello, everybody, to another amazing episode of Segatalks. As always, it's the Segacamp Gamer, and first time ever now, I'm interviewing a female gamer here on the internet, I guess. Maybe. I'll be out here, guys. But I do have my interview with me tonight as well, guys. Oh, thank you, and for the shout out. And to Arb? Okay. You can unmute yourself now.
Hi.
Oh, hang on. There we go. All right, talk. Okay, you can talk now.
Hi.
I do have my interview, guys. I have my interview. So, we're interviewing Nikita today for Segatalks, female gamer. Gamers on YouTube. Well, at least I'm doing a gamer at least. So if I ever to get the chance to finally chain out and start interviewing other gamers, I would like to do Hard for Games at one point, or Tony from Hard for Games, or some other people maybe that do video game music would be cool as well. Who here would agree? So Nikita, welcome to Segatalks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is basically our show for tonight. I did not really decide how to start this in my interview off.
I guess we just talk about video games.
It could be about video games or whatever you want to make it be on. It's focusing on you tonight.
Oh.
So there's a plus right there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Segacamp is nervous. Oh, please. Oh, please, guys. Ask her about favorite games.
I'm trying to figure out how to play Halo on the piano, Legend of Zelda, and Skyrim.
Oh, on a piano. That's neat. I remember seeing a YouTuber called Michelle Heafy, and she actually does video game themes on piano as well. Although she actually does take it an extra step as well, though. She does it kind of like my acapella style, guys. Can you believe it? And she does learn how to use different instruments for her videos. If I ever get the chance to, that would be one person I like to interview for the show at one point as well, guys, because Michelle Heafy seems like a pretty cool person to hang out and have an interview on. And by the way, did you notice the ghost Pokemon thing right behind me?
Yep.
We could say that's sort of a Easter egg right now of what's to come, because right now I'm busy starting to get a Pokemon medley filmed pretty soon. It's already in the point of being filmed right now at the very minute. I haven't really filmed it all just yet. I'm still finishing up what's gonna be for Pokemon Red and Blue, guys. I haven't got to Silver and Gold yet.
1 minute.
Okay. All right. Well, I see you guys are already sending up questions in the chat. Maybe I'll take some of these for the interview because, like I said, I'm just going into this with a blank head right now, guys. An empty head.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. So, what are your favorite games or current games you like playing?
Current moment, I play a lot of World of Warcraft, despite I don't do raids or dungeons too easily. I do more quest lines, and
Interesting.
it is hard for me to find outfits for female characters in those games that does not look sexual.
Oh, right. I haven't really gotten to the World of Warcraft gaze. I remember back a long time ago when they had advertisements. Does anyone remember back when they had Ozzy Osbourne doing the advertisement? Baby, you know I'm right. I'm fucking crazy, Trey, but I've been the Prince of Darkness since 1979. And then there shows the Steven guy going like, there could only be one Prince of Darkness, and then he attacks Ozzy in the game, and Ozzy's all like, Sharon! What's your effing game? I thought that was funny. That was actually pretty hilarious.
I play Minecraft on a 360.
Oh, that's cool. I used to play it on PS3, and I still want to say I started doing it now, though, with PS4, but at this moment, I still haven't actually got the game on PS4. I'm missing out, guys. I'm really missing out. There could be a lot more cool texture packs on PS4. And so far, though, now that we have the Nintendo Switch, they're making one for the Switch as well, and they're adding a texture pack with all this Super Mario stuff for the Minecraft on the Switch. Only Mario themed and stuff, which doesn't really impress me that much. What?
That helps at least knowing that Minecraft is going to be available on the Switch. I haven't had a chance to buy one yet, but I'm planning on.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty neat. What the? Okay, well, my good friend Enforce did you paint that picture that's like right behind you?
Oh.
Sticking there on the wall?
No, we got it for quite a while. I forget where we got it. I do art, but I currently do not have anything made to show. Aside from the great sculpted that's about 20 pounds.
I'm not much of an artist myself. Like this ghost thing, though, I only printed that off the internet. Trust me, guys, this is not going to be the only Easter egg that I got for the Pokemon Medley, guys. Wait until I get to the stuff for Pokemon Silver and Gold. There'll be much more, there'll be a much more different Easter egg by the time when I get to Silver and Gold. But right now, it's just this little boo creature that you see right now.
Yep. Sorry for the picture being...
It's not supposed to be Haunter either, because I remember catching one in Pokemon Yellow, and I know Haunter does not look like that.
Yep. Sorry for the picture being crooked.
It's okay. I'm no expert myself. Yes. I'm not perfect myself, guys. Is there Easter egg a real life? Oh, Steven, I wish. I just wish it was. I wish it was. I think I'll just keep it like that for the rest of the show now.
I have not.
This picture, I got it at Canada's Wonderland, and it's supposed to be like a caricature drawing of my face. I'd say they did a pretty good job, too.
Yep. I have not played much of any of the Legend of Zeldas, but I'm currently trying to figure it out. Part of me wants to figure out how to get past the starting area and Twilight Princess without getting another gamer's help. But if I get too stuck when I get back into the game, then I'll get a bit of help.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Once I get a PS3, then I'll play Diablo 3 again.
Oh, and you know what, though? There's actually one game though that you could try that came out on PS3 that's very close to Zelda. I so happen to have one. I would recommend to you this game, 3D Dot Game Heroes. You at least know how the overworld themes goes for The Legend of Zelda, right?
Not quite, but I've seen a bit of trailers on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, this is actually one. This is, well, believe it or not, guys, I actually want to do the overworld theme from this game, or at least the one that plays when you actually exit out of the castle and explore a bit until it changes. How about for now? I'll just say outside the castle.
Yep.
Because in the Legend of Zelda though, because the theme that plays the moment you exit outside the castle, it sounds very similar to the Legend of Zelda overworld theme. And if I ever do the theme that plays when you leave the castle, I was actually gonna go try and throw in there the overworld theme from the Legend of Zelda theme, the actual overworld theme first from the original NES game, and then right afterwards I'll just have like the overworld theme from this game playing just shortly after that. And you'll see though they sound very similar when you hear both of them alike. Although I have been playing video games for like a very, very long time. Probably, could you guess what I started off with back when I started?
Sonic.
Well, Segacamp is pretty much a dead giveaway, but yes, I started off with Sega actually, but yes, Sonic though was made by Sega. It's Sega's mascot basically for the series. They used to have Alex Kidd back a long time ago, but then they thought that could be like their mascot. But then they came right back. Then they went back to the drawing board and was like, we need to come up with a mascot fast. I know. At one point they had a bunny, and then there was Mighty the Armadillo, who was actually almost going to be the mascot at one point. But in the end, they finally started working on transforming it into a blue hedgehog. And that's pretty much how Sonic was born. By 1991, when the Sega Genesis got released, they made Sonic the Hedgehog. Although they even made ones for the Master System as well.
Yep. I have a.
And of course, also the Game Gear also got us on. Was still the same game. They still had one for the Game Gear, although it was just a portable version of the Master System game. Sorry.
It's good.
What were you saying?
I have a PlayStation 2, and I play a lot of Neopets: The Darkest Fairy.
Oh, Neopets?
The Darkest Fairy.
Interesting.
1 minute, I have this one.
Oh, okay, that's pretty neat, guys.
Mm-hmm. It gets a bit frustrating at times, but concerning everyone only has one life.
Oh, okay.
It's not too hard if you just know how to dodge attacks.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I also used to play, I guess outside of video games, I can't really say what I have played outside of video games, out of console gaming in general. Although I do remember playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I played the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. Although it should be said though, I watched the anime first, and then when the card game started coming out, I had to of course get into the card game because they made it look so cool in the anime that I want to try and recreate that again though with the card game. And then I always kept getting my ass kicked.
I'm currently trying to learn how to play Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering is pretty cool. I wish I never really got into it, actually.
I know this is not video game related too much because it's a mobile app, but I currently walk around a lot of the time playing Pokemon Go.
A Pokemon Go seems cool. If I had a phone, I would have played that as well because I do like them because I am getting into the Pokemon. I'm sort of into the Pokemon craze. How do I get them? How do I explain how I got into Pokemon? I first off though, I actually got into it with Pokemon Heart Gold. Although it should be said though, this wasn't like right back when the games first came out. I think this was like a year or two after the game came out. Like right by now, the Pokemon Black and White was already out. Black and White 2 were just on the way of being released, and I decided to go get Pokemon Heart Gold. And this is pretty much how I got into Pokemon, because back then when it all started in the late 90s or the midpoint of the 90s when the series just started, I just figured Pokemon, whatever. Pokemon, why? Thank you, Game Freak. You're trying to sucker us in to get money. Thank you. That was me back in the 90s, guys. I have started but over the years now though, since I've been on YouTube though, I noticed I used to be said to one person who done like a crap ton of walkthroughs on almost every Pokemon game at the time. Like I saw a Japanese Let's Play of Heart Gold, and I guess that's how I kind of got into wanting to play Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And he was also at the point as well deciding to also play Black and White as well. And I think I finally understood by the time he started getting into Pokemon Black and White. I can't remember. This was I'm going right back to 2010 at the time, guys. This was just by the time when I just started working at the movie theater.
I have an Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, a Wii, and a Wii U.
I so happen to have a PS3, a PS4, a Nintendo Wii, and a Wii U as well. And I still have an old Nintendo 64 hooked up. Because I still have love for that system. That was basically the console that made me switch to Nintendo after the Genesis. I never even knew that Sega back then was making attachments for the Genesis, guys. Can you believe that? I guess so we could think. I'm sorry. Sorry, what were you saying?
I have a game called Tales of Symphonia. I'm trying to currently figure out how to play that one.
Interesting. Well, I was trying to go see if I could find my copy for PS3 because was it originally a PS2 game?
I think so.
I think so too. You should have the game. Maybe if you just put it right up to the camera, if it just says PlayStation 2 on the top, then yeah, whatever.
1 minute.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Oh, Nintendo GameCube. So that's a price tag on it, covering up the price tag.
Okay, that makes sense because PS2 was made like the same time the Nintendo GameCube came out. I remember by the time Nintendo came up with the GameCube, Microsoft started entering the race, the console race with the Xbox, and I know Sony at this time made the PS2, and by this point though, Sega was just started to drop out of the console race, and they just decided we're just going to be a third-party company from now on, and pretty much though, this is why now we see Sonic games being released for both for the Xbox, the PS4, and the Nintendo Switch. And I do say the Nintendo Switch because today we have Sonic Mania. And guys, I finally played Sonic Mania. It is awesome.
I have Dragon Age Inquisition on the Xbox 360.
That's interesting. Sorry, guys. I excuse me for a minute. I'm just trying to grab something. Oh, shoot. Oh, I have a sore leg today, guys. I actually have a bad knee. For some odd reason, this knee, guys, has just been killing me. Every time when I bend it just starts cramping up, seizing up, making me feel nothing but agonizing pain. It doesn't hurt when I do this, but if I start crouching down like this, oh god, oh, ow, ow, ow. I'll be fine, guys. I need a better chair for streaming. Oh, are you telling me I need to get like that big ass chair with the speakers right out the back that everybody likes to use when they start streaming onto Twitch? Trust me, guys, I've seen it. I think Keemstar even has one as well when he's doing his show.
On World of Warcraft, I'm on both Alliance
Okay.
and
I have the game for PS3. This somehow got remade, guys, for the PS3.
Awesome.
And notice it says Chronicles because there are 2 games on here. I'm planning someday, though, to finally get into this game because I'm trying to get back into JRPGs again, guys. Trust me, guys, one day I just finally reformatted my PS3. Everything now is erased. I still have the trophy data for all the games that I played, but it's like now, though, if I start inserting like a game disc into my PS3, it'll have to install it again, and then I'll have to try and play the game all over again right from the very start. I didn't mean to do that, by the way, though, guys, just in case people start thinking, what were you thinking, Segacamp? Now, with that out of the way, Nikita, everybody's asking me in the chat now, though, why don't you try to play something on piano?
Oh, sure. Just so you all know that the camera cannot move towards the piano, but you'll be able to easily hear it, hopefully.
Let me know. Camera set for you, by the way.
Yep. Just let me know if you can't hear it, okay?
Okay.
Moving away from the camera, going towards the piano.
All right. That's fine. I promise you this much, though, guys. I have the camera on her, but you can still hear the piano. Even though it's just going to be a blank picture without her there.
The song I'm going to play is not a video game related song, but a movie related song. I have not memorized any video game songs.
Okay. Not bad.
Thanks. I forgot the last part of Skyrim, otherwise I would play it. I have to rememorize it.
That's fine. Sad Moody, I would not consider this a date. It's a hangout. Can you hear that of a cricket in the background?
Yes.
Put a cork in it. Ozzy critter, I'm trying to have a show. I didn't even find him. He's like hiding. He's hiding in the walls, and he's right by that window frame over near there's a window near here, and I could just hear that little bastard just cricketing away. I can't even do one thing. I can't do anything about it.
That song I played was Requiem for a Dream.
Oh yeah, someone was actually mentioning that in the chat that you should try doing that as a. Seems when I only hit the window, he'll stop just for about a minute, and then he'll start cricketing away again, like now. I had this problem the other week as well. There was another run hiding all the way down there. When I just started walking all the way down there, he finally stopped.
I'm just ignoring it.
Okay.
What did the person say about the song?
Sega, can you sing to us in Japanese? I only wish, Joey, I could sing in Japanese.
I know one song.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Well, I have at least played, I have at least done Dragon Ball, but it was just the Canadian Dragon Ball intro. And this was back when I was still doing cartoon acapellas, because when I had to start doing this channel, I decided what best thing to start off with is cartoon acapellas. I think I did this after I finished my Super Mario Overworld medley, guys. I can't remember right now. That seems to work. Or make them quiet down a bit. Oh, crap. I ain't doing that N4. Okay, somebody said you're into Sailor Moon, huh?
I forget most of the episodes that I watched. But yes, I did grow up with Sailor Moon.
I did as well. I actually fell in love with the series back in the mid '90s when I just started watching for the first time. Don't explain, but I don't want to go into further detail how. But I will say that by the time they finally started getting new power-ups and started getting new attacks, then I pretty much then my love of the show just slowly started diminishing away. But I still think the show was pretty good though. I still watched it every episode. I kept watching it until I was in high school. By 2003, they finally took the show off the air, which kind of hurted me on the inside because I still wanted to watch it, but I still wanted to watch Sailor Moon. I did not see it at all. Now somebody's saying that they want you to do sing a Japanese song. So you know one song in Japanese, right?
Yes, I had to sing that in grade 6.
Oh, okay.
I'll do the whole part of it, including the introduction part, which is kind of like the music intro. Because I think, because I haven't seen any show or anything relating to it.
Okay.
Sakura, Sakura, Yayamika Kazura, Yayamika Kazura, Yayamika Kazura, Ibuhisa Visuru, Isaiah, That's the whole song.
That's not bad. I'm sorry I had to go. I had to keep going away and coming back because that cricket just wouldn't stop, guys. There's just no way I could stop that cricket.
I did not know the English translation to that song.
Oh, okay. I even put the blinds down and that thing still doesn't stop. Oh, Jesus Christ. What am I supposed to do? How do you kill a cricket, guys, that you don't even see?
I'm trying to learn to play songs from YouTube from the band called Two Steps from Hell, Heart of Courage, Black Blade, Protectors of the Earth, Archangel, and a whole bunch of others.
Okay. It's cool saying it's like an ambient noise. Okay. I guess it should be said, though, guys, I ain't doing a co-host position anymore. I've already said this before in the past. No one could post in an audition video, so I'm just sticking with just me doing the show. Maybe it might be for the best, though, guys. At least you guys are still watching and supporting the show. That's all that matters. Just keep on watching. That's all I can say.
I watched Doctor Who and a whole bunch of other sci-fi shows as well.
I used to watch Sliders back in the 90s. They would always play a new episode every Friday night. But then it got to the point, I think, where they just kept replaying every episode in a loop, where it was just like I've already seen this and I wanted to see something different, and then I'm just like, yeah, I'm done watching this show. Does anyone remember when Sliders was a show? Does anyone remember back when Jerry O'Connell starred on it? That was a good show. So much that all these years later now, working at the movie theater, I saw Jason Bateman for the first time, and he kind of reminded me a little bit of Jerry O'Connell. a little bit, guys. Ask what level her LARP character is to. What's a LARP character?
I do something called live action roleplay. That's what LARP stands for. And there's many different types worldwide.
Oh, okay. Live action roleplay. That makes sense now. I've never actually gotten to live action role playing games or whatever they're supposed to be about.
Yep. It's simply put, pretty much like a play over a movie with no directors, no cut, no retakes, and no script.
Oh, okay. That's pretty neat.
Yep, and it goes for one of the ones I go to, which I haven't had a chance to go to for a while because of lack of a ride. Last 2.5 days straight.
Okay. That's actually pretty interesting. Again, though, like I said, I never got into that kind of stuff. I hope I could get you more into Zelda because I've played almost every Zelda game at this point, and of course, I do have the Hyrule Historia.
Cool.
This, right by the time The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword came out, The Legend of Nintendo was celebrating the 25th anniversary, and they decided to finally make a book discussing us, but finally giving us a direct timeline of every Zelda game. Although today now, though, even with this book now, though, the debate is still raging on today. Especially now that we have Zelda Breath of the Wild coming out now, because now we hear about Calamity Ganon, and I have no idea where is Breath of the Wild supposed to be taking place, guys. Because since this book came out, though, I've always figured the timeline got split two separate ways after Ocarina of Time. Because in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, the game plays out like this. You're playing the boy, and then you skip 7 years into the future to battle Ganon, and then at the very end of the game, though, Princess Zelda is supposed to send Link back so he could relive the 7 years of his childhood again. And then the Majora's Mask was supposed to take place in like the timeline for young Link, though. And then there was still supposed to be like a future timeline, though, for after Wind Waker, because at the start of Wind Waker, it reveals all of Ocarina of Time's backstory, but then they reveal that the King of Ganon, or the King of Darkness, got revived, but there was no hero and they were hoping for the hero time to come back again and defeat Ganon, but he was sent back as a boy, and the events of Majora's Mask pick up. So instead, they sink the whole land of Hyrule to the bottom of the ocean. And then Wind Waker's events would take place years after, when Hyrule now is like known as the Great Sea. Basically, this is how Wind Waker plays out. Although I would recommend you the Nintendo GameCube game. Although, if I did recommend you the GameCube one, I could see you strangle me to death of how boring it is just sailing. Just because all you're doing in the game is just sailing. Sailing, sailing, and more sailing. Isn't that fun?
I play Super Smash.
Kidding.
Yep.
Now, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I play Super Smash Brothers Brawl on the Wii and the Wii U.
Okay, then you see the big ship, and
Yeah,
although you're not in that big ship thing, though, you know that big red one that just comes in right behind the state, that comes right behind the boat now and again? Yep. And then you could use that as like an extra platform. That's the boat that you're using in The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and it goes by the name the King of Red Lions. Now, I was about to bring up, though, that if you play the HD remake for Wii U, you could finally make the sail move faster now, though, because because most of the game, though, it was like really boring because everybody would always complain about the sailing. Like they would just go away, make a sandwich, and come back, and they would still be sailing to their destination that they have to go to next.
I am trying to learn how to play one of the Legend of Zelda games on the songs on the piano.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Although, what kind of Zelda games would I recommend you to play though today besides Wind Waker? Well, I started off with the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is actually one of the best Zelda games ever. Nintendo now finally made this one be the leap to 3D. Although I would also recommend A Link to the Past because before A Link to the Past we had the NES Zelda games, and the second game, which was actually being named Zelda 2. This game was supposed to be taking place, so this was actually like changing up the formula where they made the game mostly a 2D side-scrolling, although you still have like an overworld map that you explore on. But the more you enter a town or a village or also a palace, it goes into like a 2D side action. And there's even little action stages where you fight enemies in the game. People kind of hated that. It was kind of like it had mixed reviews. It was like some people loved it, some people hated it. But when A Link to the Past finally came out, they went right back to the route of what made the first NES games great and expanded upon it and made the bar much more higher than the original NES game. So that's why I would want to recommend A Link to the Past and also Ocarina of Time. Sort of Majora's Mask as well. Although the thing about Majora's Mask is you're playing the game in this 3-day time limit, and it could be a little pressurizing for you for the first time because, like I said, you're going against a 3-day time limit. So you have 72 hours with this big moon waiting to crash down on you in 3 days' time. Still a good game, though. It still is a really good game. Although, if you're going to play it on the original Nintendo 64, you'll need the expansion pack to play it on. And I used to have the original gold holographic cartridge with the expansion pack at one point, guys. This guy had it at one point. I don't have it anymore. So, and that kind of sucks for me, guys. So, also that means no DK64 for this guy. Although I do have although have you ever played Diddy Kong Racing on Nintendo 64?
I don't think so.
I have the game somewhere. Give me a minute. Now, trust me, guys, someday I am planning to get myself some N64 ends labels, but here's the game. This is not bad, by the way. Yeah. Now when I mentioned N64 labels, it's just about basically because when the Super Nintendo and the NES were out, they always had like those end labels sticking out the side so you could see what the game was called, and you put it on a shelf or something. But then it was like all of a sudden, well, now we're going to have better games and better cartridges. Oh, those end labels, they got to go. Even Atari and Sega were like that in the 90s with their cartridges, games as well, like this. It was like they would have them labeled, and then they would not label them. This game is good, though, by the way. This game is really good. Someday, guys... Someday, I want to do the intro to this game, the theme song, the intro to this game as an acapella, because this would make a perfect acapella for the YouTube channel. Although I might have already done it at one point as well. I can't remember. I guess another good question is, what character would you be in a cosplay or play as a cosplay? No idea?
It depends on what the theme is. I just missed the Comic Con Expo. I missed a chance to meet William Shatner and an actor from Lord of the Rings. Missed the opportunity. Whenever whenever they're around again, all I can say is whenever they're around again.
Ah, okay.
William
That's
Shatner.
kind of interesting because. Oh, wait. What were you saying again?
William Shatner, also known as Captain Kirk.
Oh, yes, from the original Star Trek. That is so true. Now today we have Chris Pine taking the role of Star Trek. He still is a good actor, though, guys. I have nothing bad against Chris Pine. But, in a way, William Shatner, though, made that character for what he was. And they always kept bringing back Leonard Nimoy, who played the role of the old Spock. Or at least, he was the original Spock, but they always kept bringing him back for like some odd reason. Even though we had Zachary Quinto now as like the new Spock. Although today, though, guys, here's a good question for the chat. What would you pick, guys? Star Trek or Star Wars?
I watched every movie except for The Phantom Menace on Star Wars.
Okay. Now, for me, for Star Wars, though, I finally have like the remake trilogy. I want to say it's like the original Star Wars trilogy, but it's just every time though George Lucas always kept remaking the movies again. Though he would always have like something altered. Do you ever heard about the scene about who shot first, Han or Greedo?
No, I haven't.
This is gonna start. I apologize, guys, because this is gonna start causing a lot of spoilers here. But there's one scene though, in Episode 4, A New Hope, or as well we could just call it, the original Star Wars, guys. It could be Star Wars if you want to pretend that. But in the first Star Wars movie, there is a scene with Hanuma and Greedo sitting at the table. And Greedo would just sit right down and then says, and then he has some scene of him where he's all like, I'm here to sit for Jabba for you. And then right afterwards, he's all like, oh, I have Jabba's money. Just tell him I don't have it with me at the minute. And then right afterwards, Greedo's all like, it's just interrogating him, though, trying to go say that oh, at least I'm going to take your Millennium Falcon. He's all like, over my dead body. In the end, though, okay, to make this long story short, though, at the very end of the scene, though, Han has his pistol out, and he's hiding it, like, right underneath the table like this, and all of a sudden, though, he's up, and then right afterwards, it ends off with Han saying, yes, I bet you have, and then all of a sudden, Han would shoot him, and then Greedo would just fall to the table and die. Just go like, then Han would just get up, walk over to the counter, and be like, you just get up and then be like, sorry for the mess, and then walk over and give the guy something, and then walk right out, and leaving Greedo's dead body on the table. Now, this gets altered later, though, because in the altered versions, I will get to the Blu-ray version soon enough, though, but all I know, though, is in the altered versions, though, Greedo would shoot first, but then they would always have this thing where Han's head would just be moved. Where they did this part though, where Han just moved his head like this a little bit. So you see the shot come right out, and then afterwards Han goes like this, and you just see it bounce and ricochet right off the wall, just as Greedo gets killed. Now today though, for the Blu-ray version, it seems as though they both shoot at the same time. Like the DVD version, though, I think they were trying to do it back in the DVD version, but it would take 1 second for Han Solo to react before shooting Greedo. But still, though, the Blu-ray version today, it looks like they both shoot each other at the same time, making it feel like the classic West, guys. You know, like the good old classic days of the old West, where where you and your buddy, where you have you and somebody here, you get like this, just stand like this, and now kiss. No. I'm sorry, guys. Did I spoil the movie for you yet? So, Sega Horse, the spoiling menace. Yes, that is me, guys. I spoil everything. Or haven't you noticed yet? I apologize.
That's good. For Star Trek, I watched Star Trek Voyager and a few other series. One was Janeway, Picard, a couple episodes with Kirk. Not the one before that. But I remember an episode of 7 of 9, Kirk he just became 7, separate from the Borg, that basically was keeping the whole crew alive while everyone was in stasis because they went through a nebula. But she was so alone there, she ended up going nuts. And even the holographic doctor deactivated. And then life support was failing, so she ended up turning life support off where she was to keep the pods alive. And they think they left the cloud in time, the nebula in time for her to be stabilized.
That is one thing. I've actually never did watch much of the old Star Trek series. I grew up watching more of the Star Trek, though, because right by then that's when we had Captain Jean-Luc Picard, played by Patrick Stewart, and we had like this new crew at the time for Star Trek. It was okay, but I don't remember much of it either, which is kind of odd.
What did you guys think of me playing the piano?
It's good. Is it okay if I invite a friend on here? They're asking me to invite Joey with the numbers on. Or in this case, Sniddles! Oh, they said the piano is great, and Joey says 10 out of 10. He's a good person, Nikita. You'll like him. Okay.
Sure.
All right, Joey. All right, Joey. I got you, Joey. You went on the show, Joey. I'll let you on. Just don't be weird, buddy. Let's just say, though, guys, I only am invited Nikita on here this evening. I thought I would invite more people by the end of the show. But I see you guys are demanding Sniddles to come on, so okay. I'll make an exception just for Sniddles. James Mardowski says 12 out of 10. So that's actually pretty good. And that cricket is still being a pain in the butt.
Hi, Joey.
I can't seem to find a way to stop it. Here's Sniddles. The main reason I call him Sniddles is just because the avatar. Here's the thing, Nikita. I guess you don't follow my good. I guess you never heard my good buddy Mr. Rasmus, have ya? He played a murder mystery Titanic game.
Sega.
And
Sega.
yeah.
Chat's got a question. They want to know about Nikita's LARPing character and what race it is.
Wait, what?
The chat wants to know about Nikita's LARPing character and what race it is.
Oh. Okay.
One of my characters is a cat character known as a Savar. That's the species. She's a Templar that also uses nature magic.
They want to know what level it is.
Oh, that's actually fairly easy. Templar is level 7. Her nature is level 4. And when she reaches level 12, she'll be able to shatter weapons. And when the nature gets level 6, she'll be able to almost instant kill enemies with by summoning swarms of insects. And then be able to pin their arms down so they cannot swat them away, so they just suffer within less than a couple minutes.
Oh shit.
That's interesting. Okay, someone's saying, ask Nikita what song she wants me to sing to her. Any song in general you want me to do, Nikita? I do video game acapellas after all.
I haven't played a lot of video games that have lyrics to them.
Oh, crap. Dragon.
Okay, who invited him?
Probably.
Sneddles, did you send him the link?
No.
No.
Oh, how did you get in here then?
One of my other friends of yours. One of my friends and one of your friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything. Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
Hey,
Cricket is loud as hell. Holy crap.
Yeah, I know. I keep trying to stop it, and it just doesn't want to quit.
Hi, Nikita.
Hi.
Welcome. How did you meet Sega? If that's okay to ask.
Through Joey and Matt's friends.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep, I play World of Warcraft.
People in the chat.
Wow.
People in the chat earlier want to know what character you are, like what race in World of Warcraft.
I literally just answered that though.
Yeah? No, not your LARPing, your World of Warcraft character.
Oh. Okay. I play on both Alliance and the Horde. Female, human protector paladin, the tank, basically. It's a level 78. Human Death Knight. And an orc Death Knight. A troll priest. Yes, there's a species named like the trolls. A zombie rogue. And a few others. As well as 2 night elves. One a hunter. 3. One a hunter, one a druid, one a rogue. They're pretty low level. I'm on 5 different servers just to space them out. Try and go to different timelines and such. There's even an alien one known as a Draenei. I kind of feel bad for them because they crash landed and accidentally caused collateral damage trying to fix.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Now, why is it just a chair showing on the camera? Well, let's just say, guys, I moved the microphone over to the window, and I'm just standing in front of the window so that stupid cricket will stop. I apologize, guys, but let's just say, if there has to be one way to stop a stupid cricket, you may as well just stand near the window where it's trying to crick at. To stop.
Hey, Nikita, did
I
you
suck
know
so much
Dragon's
at life.
too?
Pardon? Everyone talk at once. Pardon?
Can sing in Japanese too.
I
guy.
try not to like. It's sort of her episode. Yes, I do sing Japanese, but I kind of want to focus on you guys. You are the guest at
Nikita
hand.
sings
So.
Japanese too, though. That's why I brought it up.
I sing.
What's your yes?
I sing the folklore song Sakura.
Could you do a little bit right now, if that's okay?
Sure. Even though I did it a little while ago, I can do it again.
Okay. That's probably one of the best I've heard. You're way better than me.
That cricket's
Way
gonna
better.
start. By the way, that cricket's gonna start again the moment I walk away again. I mean, that cricket's gonna start now. Now I'm sitting back here. I went over to the window frame and it stopped.
You were very good, Nikita. You and Segacamp Gamer should definitely collab.
Thanks.
I would go for that as well.
Thanks.
Because I could imagine you singing female harmony while he sings lyrics and whatnot. It could definitely work. And I wouldn't mind helping arrange some
Or
of the
even
stuff.
better, Nikita, I know one song we could probably do. Have you ever played Kingdom Hearts 2?
No.
It might be Kingdom Hearts 1 as well. I forget. But the song, My Sanctuary,
I can easily learn the song.
that would be good. You could actually do the female lyrics to the song, and I could do the background track.
Cool.
You could be like the female vocalist of the song. There's one little part though where the lady sings backwards though, but you could just do it above forwards though, because I seen Michelle Heafy as well did the song, and she sang the background, the part where the locals go backwards, but actually she goes like going, and when you play that backwards, it's actually I need more affection than you know, or something like that. It's really odd. At first, I thought she was singing Japanese, like she was singing the song normally in English vocals, and then there was like some part where she's saying it in Japanese, but no, it's just backwards.
I can sing a little bit of the poem to the first lyric.
Here's another good suggestion that somebody's bringing up. I'm sorry to interrupt you, by the way, Nikita. Another suggestion that everyone's in the chat is bringing up is Simple and Clean. Now, I'm kind of familiar with Simple and Clean because I've seen two different renditions done over the years here on YouTube, guys. There's one that's played really fast and probably was not a part of the actual game, but I do like the slow, steady, relaxed version that plays in Kingdom Hearts.
I cannot play, but I can sing Don't Stop Believing by like the Gleecast version to the other version.
You guys have to do it.
Don't stop believing when I do the feeling.
Oh God.
You guys all
I
have
don't
to do
hate
it,
this.
right?
I don't hate the song.
It gets overused a lot.
But it's not. But it's something I absolutely don't even feel like doing as a cover for this YouTube channel either.
Understandable. I know I can sing a song like the first paragraph, the first couple lines of Skyrim in the Nordic Gaelic language, the songs that everyone hears when they play the game and they listen to the soundtrack of it.
That actually does sound pretty neat.
Nikita, can you play some of the Skyrim songs so you remember of it?
I have to memorize the whole song again.
I thought you just forgot the end of it.
Joey.
Yeah.
What's with the picture?
It looks good. Wait, try it on the other side of your head. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Or look the other way a little bit to yeah.
It's kind of funny. I actually have one picture that I like to do. I like to bring up just so while I'm at it. This will make you guys laugh. This like just the look that I have. It's the exact same thing too. Now is that funny?
Okay, yeah. When you like, I already got a meme for this. When you see something online that you actually like, or when you're shocked to see something get revived.
Yes. That should be a meme, like an internet meme. Like the moment a new game, or actually how about the moment a new game comes out.
Like I would do a face right now, but like it'll be more like Toku meme. Be like, with like my reaction to seeing a great Toku show. By the way, check out Kamen Rider X-A, one of the best Kamen Rider ever. Like, hands up, the best.
Yes.
And it's video game related, so chances are you will like it. And they do make some great references, so I know for a fact, Sega, you will like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a torrent. Wait, do you do torrent and whatnot? Like, would you torrent a show if I gave you a link? If I gave you a link to the show, would you watch it like a torrent link where you have to download and then put it in a torrent?
Probably not, because I know I'm not really into torrents, and I don't know how to actually do it as a torrent. Sorry, Drayden. Nothing personal, buddy.
No, it's okay. I was just asking.
Segacamp.
Yes, Joey?
People want to know what Nikita's favorite Pokemon is.
Nikita's favorite. Do you have one, Nikita?
I have a few. One of mine is Pikachu, another is Lucario, Rayquaza, and Mew.
Uh-oh. Sega's showing his Pikachu.
Is that awesome?
Mm-hmm.
If I could actually get the light out of the camera. I can't do this. It's just about taking up too much glare, or making everything look so dark on camera. It sucks. But yes, I do have a Pikachu. I was thinking about having him in the background when I film the Pokemon medley as well. Like, I'll just about have him sitting on the chair in the background, though, just about like some sort of little Pokemon Easter egg when I get to Silver and Gold.
Mm-hmm. Could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, just change some of them.
But I do have 2 of the 3 Kanto starters as well. You know the Kanto starters, right? Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, right?
Yep.
Well, I'm kind of missing out on Bulbasaur. But I do have Squirtle and Charmander. Ain't that awesome?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm missing out on Charm. I'm kind of missing out on Bulbasaur. It's kind of cool I have Pikachu because in Pokemon Yellow you start off with Pikachu.
Nikita, your legs tired?
Oh, kind of like. But then again, the Yellow was supposed to follow like the anime where Pikachu always follows Ash, and Red ends up and it follows Red in Pokemon Yellow. And also, you get the Kanto starters in the game, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to like decide one of the 3 like you did in Red and Blue.
I'm trying to teach myself how to play a song called Necrophantasia, also known as Toho Project Number 2.
Can you show us a little bit?
I'm with it.
Can you play a little bit for us?
No, it's extremely fast, and I can't figure out how to play the right hand of it yet.
You can sit down if you want, if your legs are getting tired.
Yeah, like you might want to rest so that you could actually be able to just like get your yeah.
There, she's sitting down. She has a comfy couch right behind her.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was doing this right behind my couch. I have one over here.
Hey.
But the main reason is also because I have a second monitor hooked up and I can't move that thing. Maybe someday, guys, I may find like a better place. Maybe someday, guys, if I ever do get an extension cord, maybe I'll have it over at the couch.
And you
Would that be cool, guys? You want me to get an extension plug? That way then I can still have like the second monitor plugged in and still be able to do my show over there.
Yeah, and you should call it Sega's Corner or something like that.
It's already called Segatalks. Why would I want to switch to Sega Corner?
Because you'll be sitting down in a chair, and it kind of makes sense, though. Welcome to Segatalks Corner.
Hey,
But
I kind of want to do that as well because of the Twitch streams.
Sega.
Yeah, Joey?
I want to ask Nikita about Rats Online, the game.
It's a Facebook game. It's been having a lot of glitches lately, and I have not been able to get online.
Wow. I think a lot of people want to know what it's about. They never heard of it before.
It's simply just a game where it's more of the, I think it's a third-person viewpoint. You're just, you randomly control rats. They just walk around. As you feed them, they can actually randomly break down the dungeon walls just to, and each time to do that, the door opens up, you click on the door, you beat the crap out of undead rats by simply feeding them, and every time, just like you feed and press the attack button, you get randomly get a chance to attack other players' rats. You feed them, they randomly blow up as a result, and on their end, they're in a coma. They can do that same thing to my characters. It just simply make sure they don't die. They don't have to be fed to keep alive. It gets a little confusing at times, but when you just click on cheese, it's kind of like Mission Impossible style, going up from the ceiling, grab cheese, start back up.
Interesting. That's pretty neat. I used to
Yeah.
even have a Mission Impossible game on N64. They focused it on the first movie at the time because right by this point now, Mission Impossible was a TV show, right?
Yep.
It used to be a TV show at one point, but then by the 90s, the mid 90s, they decided to convert it into a movie-based series. And after the first movie came out, somebody decided to do an N64 tie-in with the movie. GoldenEye as well, the guys. Remember how GoldenEye got converted into a video game? It was a movie. It was a James Bond movie, but then they decided to change it into a game. They're kind of going for the same route with Mission Impossible.
What did you say, Dragon?
Oh, what do you think? Wait, never mind. I forgot about it.
Uh,
Oh,
Now, I don't have Mission Impossible, but I still have GoldenEye, guys. This was one of the best games.
James Bond in the movie, was like one of the most popular video games based on movies.
Well, yes, this game was awesome. Rare had only had a few indie developers, and my God, this was mostly everybody doing this game was basically this was their first time making this as a game, and they made sure not to mess up when releasing this as a game. Although it took them about a year or two because the game came out in 1997, and by that point, the next Bond movie came out. I'm sorry, Nikita.
I play Hearthstone on Blizzard.net. That's the same section where you can play World of Warcraft. It's like an online version of Magic the Gathering in some sense.
Oh, Nikita, I just thought of something you could tell people about. Your role playing, like your Star Trek World of Warcraft crossover role play.
I'm not up for talking about that.
Okay. Sega likes role play as Zelda.
You mean Link? You mean Link there,
Oh,
Sneddles?
yes. Yes.
Because, yes, Nikita, not the princess. Because the princess is Zelda.
Link
Other than again, though, if it makes you feel better, though, I did get the chance to play as a princess. I mean, let me explain something here, okay? I need to explain myself here. Now, you're familiar with the NES Legend of Zelda game, right? That classic overworld 2D overhead game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, could you actually believe that there exists a randomizer on the original NES game? Now, all I could say, though, about the randomizers is all the dungeons now and all the caves that you find, they were basically just take it like this. All the caves that you find in the game, the dungeons, the caves, where you have the money-making game, the sword upgrades, the heart containers or a potion, they're being all thrown into a blender, being all spun up into that, and then being spat right back out into the game again, though. Everywhere you go is just a mystery now. Like even finding a dungeon is a mystery. Like you could go to the area where the first dungeon would be, and you may have grouchy old man paying you for door damage, and you could just be like, "But this is supposed to be a dungeon, not a door damage cave." You'll get that sometimes in the game. You'll find an old man, and then all of a sudden he'll pay you for amount of rupees because of door damage, and you're just thinking to yourself, what the heck? But here's the thing, though. When I did my version, when I created my seed of The Legend of Zelda, you could change not just the sprites. Not only you could change up all the caves and everything, you could also change the sprite as well. It could be one of the enemies from the game. to maybe an old man or an old woman that runs the shops or stuff like that. I decided, though, to go with the princess herself. Because I can.
You can dress up
And
as a princess.
the funniest thing is you know, he ended up saving at the very end of the game, because at the very end of the game you would save Princess. At the very end of the NES game you would save Princess Zelda. You know who I ended up saving instead? The character you played throughout the normal game the entire time, Link. I have a highlight on my Twitch channel where I finished the game, and I call it Link, the hero of time. Although I think right by the time I said hero, I put pussy in brackets as well, and I thought that was funny. Ganon, so in this best of randomized world, Ganon shows up, Zelda shatters the shards of the Triforce, takes Link's shield, and then says, "Well, Link, you take my place. Let Ganon capture you." And Ganon just takes Link and traps Link in his own dungeon game. And then we have to go through a completely altered randomized world. Still the same like the normal game, but it's also 10 times difficult.
So it's basically Zelda or other characters rescuing Link instead of Link rescuing Zelda.
Yes, I guess we could say that.
Hey, Nikita, do you remember John Fierce?
Pardon?
You remember John Fierce?
Yes.
People in the chat want to know what you think about him. If you know who he is.
I'm just curious of why they want to know what I think. I'm like, I'm neutral on.
A lot of people here watch his channel.
It is kind of true.
I haven't had a chance to watch any of his channels, so I don't have any negative or positive feedback.
You're neutral, like.
Neutral grounds. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's a good guy, but right now, though, at the minute, though, he's just not really making any content.
He's sort of not there right now. And Sega, could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, just
if you want, Reagan, I could turn up the volume on your end if you want.
No, I'm fine. It's just that, like,
okay, I have the control room opened up right now.
I'm fine.
All right.
Yeah. BRB. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
I'll mute my mic.
All right.
If anyone wants, anyone on the in the interview wants me to add them to Blizzard, so they can find me in World of Warcraft, I'll be more than welcome to.
There was one game that somebody wanted me to Twitch stream when I was trying to revive the Twitch streams back in October of last year. Because I did not because there was a time though at the start of last year where I stopped at Twitch streaming, and I did not know how long I was going to be reviving the Twitch streams, but it ended up being 9 months. And when I came back though, I wanted to make a video of what games I should play when I revived the Twitch streams. Someone mentioned me I should play this one game on Super Nintendo, and it was actually from Blizzard, who made the World of Warcraft games, actually. And I forget what it was. I think The Lost Vikings or something like that.
I watched people do some of the raids, such as in Cataclysm, defeating Deathwing. That guy actually is tough. You know, it's simplistic in one sense, just land on his back, take his armor off. Cutscene happens before and after, of course. Just stay in the middle because he knows you're on his back and he'll try to flip. And everything underneath is molten lava. So you can just imagine what happens if you get knocked off.
People want to know what Nikita's favorite food is.
Pardon?
People want to
Your
know
favorite
what Nikita's
food.
favorite food is.
Pierogies.
Not really necessary though, guys. It's just not necessary.
What's not necessary?
Like for the first week of fall, I'm sure I am still stripping down to like nothing, guys. Let's hope next week I'm not doing this at all, guys, because next week it's supposed to finally cool down. Apparently, though, let's just say, though, guys, for the first week of fall, it's still so freakishly hot. I'm not stripping N4, but it is freakishly hot still in this apartment of mine. At nighttime, too. Can you guys believe it? You know, by nighttime, though, it's supposed to cool down. I don't know what to think anymore. The KMX, no. Not a chance, not tonight. Now, if Mr. Anonymous started showing up, then we may have something. Then we may start him on. Then we may have to start him doing something.
James wants you to tell Nikita.
Huh?
I am just gonna skip that question for the night there, Joey.
I don't know who that is, though. His baby Avery.
And that question as well.
Now I gotta know. I don't know who that is.
I'll make a long story short for you, Nikita. Let's just say I'm an uncle now. I have a sister, and now she's finally a mother now, and that made me an uncle, and that's the end of that story.
Oh, Sega, here's a good one.
And she just turned 3 years old, but not too long ago.
Sega, here's a good one. Someone wants you to introduce Nikita to WereCamp.
Okay, I'll introduce you to WereCamp the most common way possible. Here's what you do. You open your internet browser. Give me 2 minutes to do this. Go to YouTube, and this is what I'm going to show. And this next part is going to blow everybody's mind so freakishly fast. Here's your YouTube. Go find the Segacamp Gamer and WereCamp on YouTube. Until you find this YouTube channel, go down here, and then there's WereCamp Rants.
I think they won't WereCamp.
Hey, the greats.
They won't WereCamp.
I was supposed to post up a new episode today. I'm sorry, guys. I got lazy.
They want WereCamp in the stream, though.
And that's not going to happen.
Why? He came in the MMA holes stream.
He did for the MMA host because of Mr. Anonymous came out, and WereCamp could just easily expose Mr. Anonymous, possibly. Mr. Anonymous is just a pushover when it comes to WereCamp.
But what if Nikita wants to see WereCamp?
Seriously, I don't even know.
Not a chance.
Oh, if you
Not a chance. Not
it.
tonight, guys.
It's like Segacamp's cat version.
I will
The
say that
werewolf.
Nikita, WereCamp is supposed to be like the alter ego of me, if it ever did exist. Or think of Yu-Gi-Oh, where Yugi has the Millennium Puzzle.
Oh,
I could be like the little boy Yugi, and WereCamp could be like the Pharaoh inside the Millennium Puzzle.
yep. Yami, also known as Pharaoh.
Or, yes, Yami. Or, I guess by the time Dawn of the Duel came out, they would call him a Tem.
Tim?
That's what his name was, because because in Dawn of the Duel, they had to find out the Pharaoh's name back in ancient Egypt, and they find out that his name was Atem. Although I've actually seen a hilarious video on YouTube though, where they finally reveal his name, but right when he says his name, they cut it out to John Cena. She's like, "So my name is John Cena." I thought that was funny as hell. I just about got a good laugh out of that when that happened. It was like so random and so unexpected when that came out. No, I do not smoke meth, Mother Cam X. Although, I did not do a drunken stream last week, guys. But I got some good news.
What about if Nikita's LARP character met work camp?
Oh,
I
it's
am
a good day, guys.
dressed up as my LARP characters right now. I do not have cannot find the makeup nor the costume. I have the rest of it, but I don't have a good portion of it.
Oh.
Guys, got myself some Rail City beer.
What about the dead
Here,
elephant?
directly for St. Thomas.
What about dead elephant?
Yeah. Now, before I go on any further, Nikita, are you familiar with the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Nope.
No?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I guess I'll make this give you a quick rundown, though. There's a series on YouTube, or even as well the internet today. Everybody should know the Angry Video Game Nerd. Everybody else, though, should, at least, right? Well, he drinks he's from Philadelphia, and he actually drinks Rolling Rock, and you want to know where Rolling Rock is actually brewed at?
Where?
In Philadelphia, where the nerd lives. So, now I don't live in Philadelphia. I live in a town called St. Thomas, and they finally brewed this fine beer, guys. I finally went to their brewery today, and I finally got myself some fine crafted beer here in St. Thomas, guys. I went to their brewery, so that's enough right there to say something.
It is.
So yeah, guys. Packaged July 2017. That is actually not too long ago. It's finally September now. This was like 2 months ago, actually. I actually I did drink some of their fine made beer. Now, I did say I was going to get some Dead Elephant Ale, but in the end, though, I did not get the Dead Elephant Ale. I tried their double Dead Elephant Ale at first, and I felt like it was terrible. I thought I was going to be sick. But then I tried the normal stuff, and it still did not turn out so well. And then I got into some of the stuff more like this. I did try a few others that they made, and they were pretty good.
Like Sega.
I do also have some beer cans in the fridge of this cream soda stuff. It's supposed to be beer.
Yeah. Does Nikita like
Right
beer?
now, this is going back in the fridge.
Nikita, do you like beer?
Not too much.
It's okay, Nikita. But I will say that, Nikita, I do a Twitch stream every Sunday, and very late in the evening, though, I'll just start switching out to a drunken stream, and people, and I'm sure you guys know, I play much better drunk, right? Can you agree with me on that, Sniddles?
Hell yeah. Nikita, have you ever watched Segacamp's Twitch streams?
I don't have Twitch.
So watch.
You don't know Twitch?
I don't know it, and I don't have it. I don't even have Instagram.
What? That face. Oh. Fell to the
good?
ground.
Come on! Come on! place for everybody to play video games and interact with everybody. Come on! Nikita, I'm gonna get you on Twitch, make you get some XSplit, and then you could go play your PC loving game. And then if you love your games that you can play on a PC or an emulator or whatnot, you can then do that and then get big on Twitch like the Segacamp Gamer.
Oh.
You did not see it though, guys, but then she like did a thumbs up. Try it again, Nikita. Yeah.
She's gonna be on Twitch.
Right now, though, at the minute, though, I'm also playing Pokemon Crystal on my Twitch channel, Nikita, and I'm streaming myself, going through Kanto right now. Although this week, though, I still remember yesterday, guys. But I have a feeling, though, I'm gonna come back to the game next week and I know by next Sunday, I'm gonna completely forget what I did last week. I have a feeling I'm gonna completely forget. And then I'm gonna go back to the game and then be all like back in Johto. I'm leveling up though, Nikita, because I'm starting a second team right now for Kanto because the thing is though, for the Generation 2 games though, you go to the region of Johto, you get the 8 Johto badges, you do the Elite Four, and then right afterwards you could go to the Kanto region afterwards. When you're in the region of Kanto, you get the 8 Kanto gym badges, and then you battle, and then the game ends up with you battling Red at the top of Mount Silver, or the character that you play back in Generation 1. Pretty interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, although most people though I know of, I remember seeing some call me Johnny review the game, and he said though that when he was in the region of Kanto though, he decided to start a second team all over again for the region of Kanto, and I could kind of see, yeah, maybe it's cool to have a second team for the region of Kanto, although. For like the very end of the game, before I go battle Red, I'm gonna decide, make like a decision of what makes him for like the final battle at the very end of the game. And apparently, though, guys, I'm having problems trying to find I wanted to get a Magmar and a Tyranitar, and I can only get them on Mount Silver during the day, or at least so I could just get a Larvitar on Mount Silver and then just level it up so it becomes a Tyranitar. But that's going to take a freakishly long time. It's like trying to level up a Dragonite from Pokemon Yellow, guys. And trust me, I have done it. It took me forever.
I caught a Crocodile from in Pokemon Go.
You got Croc. Hang on. Okay. That is cool. You got the Johto starter, or at least it'll be a Totodile, but it could evolve into a Crocodile.
You mean a Sneddle?
Oh, yes. That's. Well, let's just say I started off with Totodile as well in Pokemon Gold or Pokemon Crystal. I mean. And, yeah, it evolved into a Crocodile.
I'm here. Sorry.
Hey.
Charmander.
Oh, I wish I could get the Chanto starters in Pokemon Crystal. You can in Pokemon. You can in the remakes, though. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they were so kind enough to make you get your Kanto starter and your Hoenn starter. So, Pokemon Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire. Sorry. That is cool too.
By the way, this is what Haunter looks like, just in case there's anyone asking.
It's a Segacamp.
I know, you all know, but just in case there's anyone in the chat asking what Haunter looks like, that's what Haunter looks like.
What's the rarest Pokemon you got on Pokemon Go?
Pardon?
What's the rarest Pokemon you caught on Pokemon Go?
Oh, okay. Just give me a minute. Lapras, Fast Breath, Ice Beam.
What do you think about that, Sega?
That's actually pretty cool.
The
That's
pun.
epic on epic proportions.
Show your Haunter again very quickly. If I could get this game going. I got Pokemon Yellow on the
Awesome.
3DS though. I'm done playing the game though, guys, but
Onyx. I can almost
you're not
evolve
the
into
only
Kira.
one. You're not the only one with a Haunter.
Awesome.
I wish
can
I could evolve it into a Gengar, but the original Generation 1 and 2 games made it be, I guess future generation games as well. It's like this, you have to trade it to make it evolve into a Gengar.
Gengar, Hex, Sludge Bomb. Sorry, the light might be. Wait. There you go.
That was a 3DS drop right there.
A Gengar.
Actually, I better not drop this. I don't want to drop it.
It's a Gengar.
Gengar lady.
It took me a while to get Alakazam. I've only been trying to catch him for since the game came out in Canada.
Lucky.
And I have I have a few Abra. The people gave me a heads up that if it jumps out of the Pokeball, there's an incredibly high chance for them to just run away immediately after that, compared to other Pokemon who won't.
That Quentin, she doesn't have a
Christmas
YouTube
review.
channel. She does not have a YouTube channel.
I highly
Not yet.
Yeah, you should
Hello,
make one
Nikita.
though.
If you ever make one, please subscribe to the Segacamp Gamer, or as I would say, subscribe.
Come spray.
Will do.
Oh, thank you.
And I will.
Like I said, busy doing a Pokemon medley, guys, and right now it's perfect timing too, because like I said, finally now we got Pokemon Silver and Gold on the 3DS very quickly, guys. I did get the game.
Oh, I have
Hey
Pichu.
guys, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
See you guys.
See you later.
Thank you for
Thanks
having me on the show.
dropping it, there, Dragon.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Look at that, guys. Pokemon's Gold version. Obviously, I had to get Pokemon Gold version because I have Heart Gold.
By the way, I can let you guys see my Pichu evolve into Pikachu. This is Pichu.
Okay.
Press evolve.
Let's watch it. Da 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 da
Quick attack.
da.
It has quick attack and wild charge.
And can you guess what that was I just did?
The evolution theme.
Yes.
Quint wants to know what her chatterbait name is.
I don't think she has one, guys.
I only have Facebook, Google Hangouts, and Blizzard.
I'm sorry, guys. She is a gamer, I will say that, but compared to the status I have, I probably it's like hers is right down here and mine is like right up here, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hang on, guys. I'm not showing. Like hers is down here. I'm like all the way up here, guys. I wish I got you into more games. Like besides Sonic, I wish I got you into playing the video game Outrun. That was a racing game that Sega made. You're driving a red Ferrari Testarossa, and when you get to like the next checkpoint, though, the road splits, and you can either take this path or this path, and basically you just take your own path as you go in the game. Different endings, and right by the time you get to the end of the game, there's like different endings for whatever path you take.
You have a Squirtle? I have a Squirtle as well.
Oh shit.
That's awesome.
It's time to duel.
It kind of sucks I can't get one It kind of sucks I can't find one right now in Pokemon Crystal, guys. Although I do have a Staryu for Pokemon Crystal. Although I was back in Johto and I found a Marill. And I was thinking, if I can't have a Staryu, I would want to have a Marill instead. Oh, damn! That's awesome!
They're pretty common
We should be
around.
friends. We both have a Staryu.
I have a Stantler.
A Stantler. Oh. I know what a Stantler looks like, too, because I've encountered a few already in outside of Ecruteak City in Pokemon Crystal. Oh, yeah, that definitely looks like a Stantler. I think there's, like, different forms of a Stantler today, and you know what? I can find out. And Nikita, look.
Ow.
Hey, Senos, here's time for a picture.
Hold on. Hold that pose. Keep holding it. There you go.
Thank you. Now, Stantler. Let's look up Stantler very quick.
Look at me.
It's all alphabetical, though, which is a pain in the butt. It makes perfect sense because... Okay, Togepi. That's cool.
I did not have Toga taken to or Toga Kiss yet, though.
I remember making I don't really use Togepi that much. Like, you can even get one in Pokemon Silver and Gold, and also in Crystal. Although, I just deposited it away into my PC. You are so freaking lucky!
This is the only one I also found. And
I can't find one in Pokemon Crystal.
What was it?
And to make matters worse, I can't even get one in Pokemon Gold.
Oh,
I have to get what I can. They're only exclusive in Pokemon Silver, guys. I thought Stantler had different forms.
You got extinct Pokemon.
Oh, wait.
Is that Adam Sandler?
That's
Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl. Thank you.
Is that Ranger?
Here's Stantler, guys. Apparently, I thought it had different forms here in the book.
Adam
It
Sandler.
doesn't. It doesn't evolve in anything either, which kind of sucks. I wish I got you into Generation 6, Nikita, because Generation 6 at least introduced in Mega Evolves for certain Pokemon. So far, I know the Kanto starters, I know, when you get them to the final evolution form, they'll have a form where they can Mega Evolve in battle. I know Mewtwo also has a Mega form as well, and depending on the version you play between X or Y, they have two different evolution forms. Even Charizard has two Mega Evolve forms as well, depending on what copy of the game you're playing.
Look at the CP. Oh.
CP.
I'll wait for you to get back here. One minute. I'm scrolling back. Accidentally clicked on zoom out. I have 280.
Wait. Is that me younger, guys? No. Come on, guys. You should know better.
I have a combat power 1,825 Vaporeon.
Oh shit! Look at that.
That's actually pretty cool.
And it has 167 health.
All of it.
That's lucky. Did you have to like raise that up as like an Eevee and then give it a water stone?
There's no stones in this game right now. It's just candy.
Oh yes. Oh yes, just candy then. Well, how did you make that evolve into a Vaporeon then?
In this game, you can even just even if you only find one Pokemon, like for a while, Eevee was hard for me to find, so I would just put Eevee, like select Easy as a buddy, like Ash's Pikachu as a buddy, like that, and it would just walk around with my character. And after a certain amount of kilometers, it would gain a candy enough to evolve it.
Okay.
Which is confusing me because I'm like, shouldn't I at least find out the stones?
In the games, yes. For the Generation 1 games, though, Eevee had 3 different forms for evolutions in the Generation 1 games. But to clarify this, though, it only had Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon, and you just had to give it either a Thunderstone for it to evolve into Jolteon, a Firestone for Flareon, and a Water Stone for Vaporeon. Nice, you got a Flareon as well. That's cool.
That has Ember.
I also had an Eevee for Generation 2.
Sega.
And Generation 2, they added Espeon and Umbreon, and they were only through max happiness for Espeon during the day and Umbreon at night.
Hey, Sega.
Yeah, Joey?
I got a question for the chat.
Okay.
Who's a better Pokemon trainer? Press 1 for Nikita, 2 for Sega.
I went out around playing this game. Trading is not available in this game yet.
Or even better, can you still like battle with other people as well?
Yep. You can do the gyms. They used to have levels, then it got rid of the levels, and then just put in where I can just tap on it and swipe the screen to get potions in any random items. I'm like basing on the first 3 games of red, yellow, and blue. They have Mystic, Instinct, and Valor. Mystic, Blue, Valor, Red, Instinct, Yellow. I random chose Mystic. The gym nearby my house constantly gets taken over by Valor and then Instinct, and back and forth. When I was low level, some Valor players noticed me constantly going over to that gym, to the physical location where the gym was, and they actually just let me try to take over the gyms and figure out how to dodge. The hardest part is trying to get Vaporeon to dodge Hyper Beam. Like Vaporeon was versing Snorlax that had Hyper Beam.
Oh.
And it was I was able to see that charge up, and I said Vaporeon dodge. So up the screen to the side, forcing it to dodge. And it would just use Water Pulse as a result. And I'm like, seriously, why doesn't it use like Whirlpool or the other more powerful ones? Like even Aqua Tail. It's stuck with weaker attacks that I even can recognize from the show is weak comparison. Like, there's no Electro Ball available in this game right now.
No Electro Ball. Oh, that sucks.
And it's incredibly rare for a Pikachu to learn Volt Tackle, and you cannot, unless you, now because legendary Pokemon are coming out, and are out, you now can actually train to reteach the Pokemon to learn one of their abilities, but you cannot choose it. Unlike, I'm guessing, in the games that you other versions you probably could. So it gets very annoying to go from normal all the way to anything within the Pokédot radius that they're able to do. Like, I'm trying to get a Pikachu to learn Volt Tackle instead of Thunder and Thunder Shock, just replacing one, and it learns, or even Iron Tail, and it just learns Headbutt or Dig, and I'm like, what? It's just a bit annoying.
That's not what I wanted you to learn.
Pardon?
Right? You're like, this is not what I wanted you to make me learn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
Oh, I was trying to, like, this is more confusing to me because they do not have the Master Ball in the game yet, or if they do, they have it more towards level 35 to level 40 range. I'm only level 25, so I'm nowhere near getting that. And I forget the ratio on a percentage, or even a fraction of a percentage, of trying to catch a legendary Pokeball with a Premier Ball. Because that's the only one they'll let you try to catch any legendary Pokemon with. Any other, if you're not versing a legendary Pokemon in a raid battle, you can use up to, you can use a regular Pokeball, Great Ball, or Ultra Ball. But no, for legendary, you have to use a Premier.
Wait a second. I'm sure there's something here, Nikita. I also had an Eevee. I named it Eevee the Fox, though. I'm just going to skip ahead here to where I finally level it up and make it evolve. It was at the point of leveling up, and I found this really difficult. It was taking a long time to get this thing to evolve, or at least get to max happiness.
There you go, Eevee.
Yeah, you can see though just by the little fights that I have Eevee there, and now any minute.
Apparently, I can now figure out.
Wait. Right here, Nikita. This is what I'm trying to show you.
It's evolving into Umbreon.
Yep.
Yep.
It actually helped me out in the Elite Four as well. I'm gonna get this out here now, though. I finally completed the Elite Four, and it really helped. And it bailed me out when I did the Elite Four edition when I went to fighting the Elite Four. Do you guys remember that when I tried to finally do the Elite Four? I was in the middle of a drunken stream, but I was still trying to stay focused for most of the fight. I think the only time that I had some major difficulties was when I was battling Bruno, but after I got past Bruno, everything was it was pretty easy and straightforward. And oh man, that final fight with Lance at the very end was probably the best was the best moment ever?
My Rhydon has Muslap and Stone Edge.
Segacamp, your picture's crooked as fuck back there.
I did it for a reason. Look at Nikita's right behind her.
Oh.
I made mine crooked for a reason.
Oh.
Should I make it even more?
Yeah, it's good.
I moved it slightly more now.
Pincer.
Sir.
Nikita, what's the soul
Lucky. I have Scyther. I could have got a Pincer, guys. You guys you guys try to make me play, trying to make me do the bug catching contest and make me catch a damn Scyther when I could have got a goddamn Pincer.
Nikita, what's the soul
I
stone?
hate you all. I'm kidding. Scyther was actually a pretty good team. I actually now have him for my team in Kanto, and he is a okay addition.
Sega, how good is Charge Beam and Flash Cannon on Magneton? That's the abilities that this one has.
Well, Hyper Beam is okay, but I think you either have to take either you'll do the attack first and then you'll have to recharge for the next turn, or it'll have to take one turn to charge up the attack, and then then the second turn it'll finally launch out its attack.
Nikita, what's a soul stone?
I am not familiar with Soul Stones.
So now in your underworld, isn't the currency called soul stones?
Underworld live action roleplay, it has nothing to do with Pokemon.
Ah. Well, if you play Pokemon Go while you're role playing.
There are no stones in Pokemon Go right now.
Yeah, there's no evolution stones, Joey. She tried to tell me that as well. So far though in the game, all I do know though is you're given it candy, and that's how you try to level it up. I think the only thing in the games, in the normal handheld games, and I mean like the normal games in general, like in these ones, Nikita, that the only thing that's close to that is the rare candy, and you want to know what rare candy does?
Level them up?
Yeah, it's just an instant level upper. If you have one, you give it to a Pokemon, and then just instantly levels it up only one level.
Oh,
it's
now they do have evolution stones in Pokemon Go, but not the stones, but they have other versions, like to evolve Seadra into one of the ones everyone's more familiar with. I had to get a different version of something, and I had to get 100 Horsey candy. To evolve Onyx to Steelix, I just need to get a metal canister. I'm confused because I'm not familiar with that stuff.
Sega told me that Steelix is the worst Pokemon.
Actually, no. But you got it wrong, Sneddles. Actually, okay. One evolution that I do find a little dumb, Nikita, is getting a Politoed. Because,
I have Poliwrath.
What?
I have Poliwrath, and I do not have Politoed in my Pokédex yet.
Oh, okay. I would add Politoed to my Pokédex, but I would never bother adding it just to let it know that I caught one, though. Because the only way that you get Politoed is you need to get a Poliwhirl first. You need the Poliwag and evolve it into Poliwhirl. But if you want to evolve it into Politoed, you got to give it a King's Rock and then trade it with somebody. And this is the normal handheld games. I don't know how it would play out in Pokemon Go, but that's how it would be done in the games. Now, although, like I said, just give it the Water Stone, you're all set. It evolves into Poliwrath. And not only it remains a water type, it also becomes a fighting type, a water fighting hybrid, which is pretty cool.
It has Fury Cutter and X Scissor.
That's pretty cool.
I have a Jinx, quite a few of them. This one has Confusion and Psyshock.
You got Jinx. That's awesome. I almost tried to catch one once. Or wait, actually I did. Yeah, I actually do have a Jinx. I caught it though. I had to go back to the ice path, and then I was in the middle of just trying to find an ice type Pokemon, and I finally came across Jinx, and I finally decided to go catch it.
Nikita, I got a question.
Huh.
People want to know about your blacksmithing hobby.
Oh. I haven't been able to go on that yet. I haven't been able to do that. I'm still having to go to school to do it.
Are you gonna still make us dragon glass daggers when you do it?
I seriously cannot make anything for anyone until I actually get to know enough what to do. But when I can, yes, I will.
You're gonna make the dragon glass daggers?
Yep. Yes, I'm interested in blacksmithing, wood burning, whittling, millworking, which is working with the wood lathe, pottery, ceramics, and a whole bunch more.
Leather the leather stuff too.
I can't find a way to end up the interview.
Song and dance.
A song and dance. It's okay, Nikita. You just gotta sit back there as I end the show.
I'm just having to sit down again.
You know what, though? If it makes you feel better, how about I just end the show right here?
If you want to.
Want to what?
If you want to end the show, go for it.
Actually, someone just said end the interview by asking her out.
Seriously, people.
I'm like just doing this as well, guys. Just why? She's probably too young for me. Nikita, how old are you?
21.
Exactly. I'm way too old for her. I'm 28 now, guys.
It's not bad.
I joined YouTube 10 years ago, Nikita, and I was 18 at the time.
It's only like a 6 or 7 year difference.
Guys, seriously.
Yeah, guys. No more ship it. No more Sega Nikita ship. This is ending right now like that. There's gonna be no relationship whatsoever.
I'm not interested in dating. I don't know how much more obvious I
That's
have
for her
to
now, guys. She's not interested in dating. So, you know what? I'm gonna end it right here now. Everybody, thank you for watching Segatalks. Click that button over here to subscribe. Click that button over here to check out the Acapellas playlist. This is Segacamp Gamer, guys, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Look forward to the Pokemon medley coming out later. See ya.